recording, right?
Hey, Uncle Tony. How are you doing, my brother? Uncle Tony is busy. Okay. Let's let me share my screen here. How was the team doing? So how did you guys can someone recap me what we did last week? I'm gonna team members. Can someone just tell me what we did last week? Oops. Just give me a sec here. Can you, can, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I was trying to find out if someone can just recap what we did last week. The Aguna team members, but I think they're gone, right? Hello, Mr. Achu.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Um, I'll try to remember all your names, but Shedrack, right? Mr. Achu,
Yes, sir.
how are you?
Please, I'm very fine. You?
Yeah. So how is everybody? Is everybody ready? Um, do you have all
Yeah.
your all your students?
They are coming, but as of now, we are 6 now. Come and sit here, lady.
What Patrick? So is everybody's ready or not?
Ready? We can start now.
Okay, all right. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to see if you guys remember what we did last 2 weeks. So if you can select someone to recap what we did last 2 weeks, maybe one of the the people that came last 2 weeks. I think there was Dennis and Shedrack. So if someone can just tell everybody what we did last 2 weeks. Who remembers what we did last 2 weeks?
Okay, so last 2 weeks we talked about AI, and
Mm-hmm.
then there were so many definition or perception about AI, and then its assistant to human beings and others.
Okay.
So we also we were trying to talk about the history of AI, and then the prompts about the AI.
Okay. So the reason why I asked you is I want to continue the prompt, and also uh, I want to continue our project that we started. You know, the application that we were going to build with the team. I don't know if you guys were able to do some more research about it, but I wanted to continue from there. So if you guys remember what we talked about the last time, can you remember what we talked about the last time? Hello, Agna people, can you hear me?
Yes, please, we can hear you.
Yeah. So we talked about building an application. Do you remember? Okay. All right. So we're gonna do we're gonna learn about prompt engineering. Um, Now, prompt engineering, it doesn't take one day. It takes a lot of practice to be very good in prompting. And does anybody remember what we talked about? What prompting is? Can anyone remember what we talked about? Mr. Chu, you have to select someone or oh, they are gone. All right. Tisha, is it do I still continue or wait for them?
No, continue. And you can, I guess you can brief what Choco to Mr. Sam from Accra. He and his team were not here last week, and then yeah, what's it called? I don't think it's a Prince and then we're here. So just a few recap, and then you can continue from there, please.
Madam, madam,
Yeah.
please, can you stream it on so that we can go and when?
Yeah, I think Tony is streaming it.
Oh, okay, that would be better.
Okay. The Diagonal team is back. All right. So we'll do a quick recap. I want to share my screen. Let me share my entire screen. Actually. Oh. Can you see my screen? Can everybody see my
Yes,
screen?
yes, please.
Okay. So last week we talked about last 2 weeks we talked about AI and we talked about the types of AI, the history, quick history of AI, and we talked about some of the applications, and we were gonna look into building um, some kind of an application that will help generate um, some kind of African cartoons, something that we can use for messaging. If you go to Facebook, you want to look like some kind of a superhero in Africa. That AI tool will be able to generate for you. So, real quick, artificial intelligence has been around for a very long time. It's not the first time. In the in the 70s, it's been around, and it's basically what human intelligence is, transformed into machines, to process information quicker and precisely. This is a quick definition. AI refers to the simulation of human intelligence in machines that can process information and perform tasks that typically require human cognizance. Okay. So sometimes when when we're trying to think and when we're trying to do projects, or we're trying to perform some kind of problem solving, we start to crack our brains, and we come up with it. We know what kind of problems we can solve. Now we've given that task to AI. We've trained it to be smarter and be able to solve that problem easily. And that's what AI is. So AI is everything that want we want the machine to do for us. Okay. So for the most part, everybody is scared, oh, AI is going to take over, AI is going to do this. But we have to remember AI is going to work for us. We tell AI what we want to do, and they'll do for us. So AI is not going to take over anytime soon. Now the initial what we've been dealing with so far, Alexa and autonomous cars and all that. These are the weak AI, the normal AI, the one that you say, hey Alexa, tell me or Siri, tell me this. These are like normal artificial intelligence where you give it a command and it'll give you something that it has been trained on. Okay. And now we are moving into the machine learning part of we passed machine learning. We are moving into the general the AGI, the general artificial intelligence, where the machines are going to think like us. They think like, you give it a task and it will think like a human being. You tell it, hey, you go and do this on my computer, and it will do just like the way that you will, open tabs and go through the internet, but it'll do it quicker. It'll do it more precisely. Less error. Now, if there is error, that means that someone did not train the machine well. Okay, it's like you are having a bunch of kids that you are training to do work for you. If you don't give them the good information, they are going to give you error. So you have to always train them with good information, good data. Okay, so now we're done with the machine learning. We are moving into the AGI, artificial general intelligence, and this is where basically most of these applications are. So when you hear AI agents is something is a computer. It's a product that will do your everyday tasks for you. Okay, just like the way that you do it at home. Mostly it's on a computer. Most of the AI agents are on computers. We don't have enough AI agents out there that will be doing, carrying your groceries, driving you around like a chauffeur. I'm sure there are robots out there that can do something like that, but yeah, we haven't gotten to the point where it will, all the intelligence is all, given it to one robot to do everything. It will just come on your computer and start doing something. It will go, lay your bed and all that. We're getting there. There are computers out there that can do that, but it's not common. So the next phase will be super intelligent, and that one we don't even need to train these, robots and applications and platform. They are just going to grow by themselves. Just like no one is going to train them, and they're going to do everything by themselves. So that is the quick history that we went from the normal AI to machine learning to deep learning. And if deep learning and machine learning pretty much on the same era. If you go to Facebook, sometimes you have like some kind of a application that you say, hey, can you sing a song, sing just like Taylor Swift, and they will take Taylor Swift's voice and the way Taylor Swift does. That's deep learning. Okay, that Hello. Okay. Sorry, I had to go and lock my door. So that's deep learning. So from deep learning, we also we'll learn about we are now into the AGI, artificial general intelligence, and we'll go to the super intelligent. So that is the brief history of artificial intelligence. Okay. So what one thing that we also learn is anything anything in this world, you have to find a way to communicate. If you are dealing with animals, you communicate with animals. If you're dealing with plants, you have to find a way to communicate with plants. um, the same way, machines, they have to understand your language. how do you how do they communicate? How do we communicate with these machines? And one of them right now is prompt engineers. Is one of the largest job opportunities out there, because companies are now looking for people that can prompt, do really good prompting, and it takes skills to prompt, to be able to talk to a computer. It's not just telling, hey, go and build me this, but also finding a way to build that thing for you the way that, without wasting time and going back and forth. So today we're gonna look into, prompting and the language. So how do AI understand language and generate response? It's by, giving it, training the models, the AI models that will, generate those response on database and algorithm, so that they can be able to predict and generate, text based on the information that you're gonna give it. Okay, so some examples that we have are chatbots like, um, ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, or even DeepSeek. Recently, we heard about DeepSeek. These are, you know, the what do you call it? These are some of the chatbots that we have. Image generation. Sometimes you say, hey, create me this image looking like that and that. These, some of these generators are Midjourney and Delhi. So these, you can also even go online and try these things by yourself. Recently, we've seen agents popping up. I use Replit AI, and GitHub Copilot is Microsoft. Copilot is Microsoft, and GitHub. I think, yeah, GitHub is also owned by Microsoft. Um, so these agents, you just tell them, build me an app, and that's what we're going to be using. We're going to be using either Replit or Lovable. I've been using Lovable recently. It's really sweet. They can, if we're able to create that prompt, if you're able to, the first thing you need to do is design, that application, and after that you create the prompt, and when you create the prompt, you put it into the agent, and it'll build your application for you. Okay. All right. Let's All right. So why prompting matters? Okay. So like we were talking, AI agents, AI, they rely on prompts. They rely on, the questions that you ask them, and they have to be very structured prompts to be able to lead you to more accurate.
The
And
one who says she's part of the
anyone has a question? Okay, I'm not on that screen, so I don't know if someone had a question. All right. So why prompting matters is that that's the only way that you can communicate with good AI applications. Okay, so you need to structure, like I said, you need to think about your prompt really well, so that you can give you accurate information. Okay, there's good prompt and there's bad prompt. So the good prompt will give you exactly what you need. The bad prompt will just give you bad information, because there are always bad information out there. AI is leaning on the information that we have on. So if you don't give it a good prompt, it will give you bad information, and whatever that you're working on, it will not work. So you have to learn how to do research, how to be creative, problem solving. This is where the AI hasn't reached yet. Okay, the research and creativity and the problem solving, they hasn't reached yet, and that's where the AGI is going to come in. And when the AGI is able to do the research, being creative, then we human beings we're useless. We don't need they don't need us anymore. But for now, we have to do the research, be creative, and be problem solvers and then tell them what to do. Okay, so they are here to serve you. Okay, so the basics of prompt engineering. So you have to be clear and specific. Okay, avoid the vague prompts. Build me an application. That's vague. Okay, build me an application that will answer questions. That's vague. Okay, you have to be very specific. Okay, provide context, more detail so that the AI, you don't want to be confusing the AI, but also be very prompt. Very like talk to it like you have an employee, and you want them to understand. Okay, that's how this AI work. Okay, so it be more detailed, step by step in instruction. This is very important because if you want to dump everything on them, they're just like you just imagine you want your employee or your student to be just dump everything on them. They're going to be confused. So go step by step. This is how I want it. Well, from this step, I want you to think about this, and so that the AI can be ready. Okay, and give it some kind of an example, so that they can also reference on it. Okay, so this is the basics of prompt engineering. Be clear, provide detail, give it step by step instructions. Sorry, and if you can give it some kind of an example, that will definitely work out. So, anyone has any questions? Any question?
Yes, hello. Yes,
Okay.
hello. Am I on?
Yeah, you're on.
Okay, so my name is Samuel from the Choco team. Okay, so this is my the first time I'm joining. I missed previous ones. Okay,
Okay.
as you were doing the presentation, you made mention of uh, we debunking the notion that if I understand you, you sound like it's mere speculation. But this thing, there's this guy that I watched. Is it Geoffrey Hinton? I understand he's one of the key guys in the AI world. And then there's this one Indian guy too that there's this rumor that he was murdered because they were all whistleblowers. And then when you listen to them or you listen to the narrative, they trying to caution society about. I mean, if we don't take care, I mean, AI has the dark side. So I wanted you to clarify the truth.
Okay.
Those
Um,
things for me.
Okay. So I mean that can be another day that we can talk about. What I want to tell you is everything has a dark side. Okay. Everything.
Okay.
Since we started machine, we used to be farmers. The whole world was farmers, and then we introduced machines, and people use machines to do bad things. Okay. So
Okay.
no matter what we have, people are going to use it for bad. Okay.
All right.
And so AI, like I said, AI has been around for a very long time. It's not just the reason why we are hearing about AI right now is that we have better computers. We have good, data to feed the AI. The caution that he's trying to, Geoffrey is trying to bring is that we need better policies. We need better governance. We can't let people just start using AI without any governing. Okay, and that applies to everything that we do in this world. You need policies to, because the law has to be applied to AI. Because people are going to use it for very bad things if we don't protect and have better ethics in AI. So the for what we are learning here, we are learning about how AI can do good. Obviously, there are bad things that people can do, and we don't want to concentrate on that. Okay, we want to make sure that we know that the good things that AI can do, we are going to we believe that we are good people, and we're going to use AI for the goodness. Okay, so we don't have to go into the conspiracy and go. It's a very it's concerning, obviously, and it's good that there are people out there that are trying to raise the awareness. But we here at EBI, we're going to use our AI for good things. Okay.
All right. All right. That's good to know and to hear. Thank you.
Yep. Is there anybody else has any question? All right. Okay. So, and with that being said, these are some of the techniques that we want to, we would like to role play right now. Okay. So, like we talked about, I said is be clear, provide context step by step, and give an example. Okay. So that's what we're going to be trying to differentiate between good and bad. So that will help us. Okay. So be clear and specific. If I say, tell me about Ghana, it's just it has so many information to tell me about. There's nothing that will come up. Okay. Let's demonstrate. Okay. Let me actually hold on. We're gonna go to either DeepSeek or Perplexity, and we enter these prompts and see the difference. Okay. All right. So give me a moment here. I'm going to share my whole screen so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay. All right. So the first thing, let's go to. All right. So this is a ChatGPT. I'm not going to use ChatGPT. Okay. Everybody is good with ChatGPT. So DeepSeek. DeepSeek is a new chatbot, or even we can try Gemini. Gemini is Google. Actually, no, hold on. That's not Gemini. Okay, so we're gonna ask Gemini about the questions. Okay, so the first one was tell me about Ghana. Okay. Okay, so it's not giving you anything specific. Okay, it's giving you some points that it found online. Okay, it's in West Africa, borders, Ivory Coast, history, British. It's giving you that. Now we want to give it a little bit more specific. Okay, so give me a brief history about Ghana's independence and its impact on Africa. Today is 6th March. Okay, so we're going to see what it'll produce for us. Okay. Okay, so this is more specific. It's not telling you about everything, the politics of Ghana or anything. It's giving you a brief history about Ghana and say, okay, so the colonial part, Kwame Nkrumah's leadership, independence, impact on Africa, Pan-Africanism, symbol of hope. So this is more specific. Okay, so do you see the difference? All right. So you have to be more specific. We're gonna try it on DeepSeek too. Okay, we're gonna try it on the first prompt was what? Hold on, make sure. Tell me about Ghana. Okay. Now, the good thing about DeepSeek is it can tell you how it is thinking. Um, so all the I think the latest model is R1. So see, it's giving you information that you don't really need. Let's say you are looking for independence about Ghana. You don't need all of this. Okay, you don't need the geography. You don't need the demographics, the economy, culture. Okay, you because this is information that you don't really need if you want to know about the brief history about Ghana's independence and the impact on Africa. Okay, so now we are giving it more specific prompt. Okay, and this prompt will tell us more about the independence of Ghana. Okay, as opposed to this one, it gave us very brief, independent founding father, historical significant. But this one here is giving us, when the colonial era nationalism, path to freedom, the impact of on Africa, the inspiration, the domino effects, the symbol, all these things. Okay, so you have to be very, very specific when you are giving prompts. Okay. All right. So role-based prompting. Okay. So this is something that I have also learned as a CEO of a couple of companies. When you tell it, act like a CEO of the company, act like a CEO of the company, it's just going to start thinking like the CEO or you. So there's a difference if you put it in and act as a history professor and explain Ghana's independence. Okay, so this one, let's take this one here and see what the prompt that they're going to give us. Okay, so this one is going to be more specific to the thinking of a professor. Okay, so let's go to Gemini and give it as a simple terms. So this one, let's see what it's gonna. So this one, it's thinking like a professor, okay, a history professor. It's gonna give you more of simple terms, okay. It's gonna make you, as maybe you don't have any idea about how Ghana independence was. So it's gonna tell you just like the professor will also tell you, okay. So if you read through this, you understand more the colonial rule, the push for freedom, the big victory in 1957 today, and why it matters. So this one is explaining to you just like a professor will explain to you. Okay. So I hope you guys are getting the difference here. You have to be more specific to what you want. Okay. So this one, I asked it the impact on Africa, about Ghana. Okay, this one, I'm acting like a professor that will explain it in a simple term. Okay, all right. So it depends on what you want to get out of it. Okay, so when we start prompting, think of it as, okay, this is what I want, and I want you to think like this. So then you put in all that information that it will be able to think like the way that you want to. Okay. So I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. Okay, we talked about Claire, provide some context. Okay, so this provide some context is what I'm a professor. I want you to explain it in very simple terms. That's a context. Okay, step by step. Okay, I think there's another one say explain the Pythagoras theory in steps for high school students. So this one it's step by step, okay, giving you steps, okay. So this one will break it the topics into easy flow step. Let's see how this prompt will go. You wanna check this out? Let's see how this prompt will go. Okay. Let's start a new prompt. Okay, so let's say you want to learn about the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, this one it's giving you step by step for a high school student. See, it's very specific. It could have said for a university student or for elementary student. You have to be very specific. Okay, so this is how it thinks a high school student should be able to know the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, do you guys understand where I'm coming from?
Yes, please. You are
Any
correct.
questions?
Yes, we are following.
Okay. So the last one was, with experiment with different wording. Okay. So maybe you have some small change. So this one is a compare and contrast machine
Now
learning.
you're talking about is how much?
1.5.
Oh, anyone has a question?
Yes, please.
Yeah,
Okay, once again for the opportunity. I think this is a platform that will help some of us do away with all the misconceptions that we've heard about and the rumors we heard about AI. And then I thank you for clarifying my first question. Now, my other question is that DeepSeek is the recent one that joined the AI family. And then so sometimes when you follow the narrative, when you follow the news, I understand it was the cost of it was just a fraction of how much it cost to create the other ones, because it's coming from China. As the saying goes, does the cost affect the quality of the DeepSeek AI to be, because maybe it didn't cost them that much to be able to come out with DeepSeek? Does it mean that okay, the quality too is substandard compared to the other ones? That's my first question.
Okay. So some of these questions, it's a little bit political, and a little bit about what we're trying to learn. So
Okay.
let me clarify something. Okay, DeepSeek is DeepSeek is not a new LLM. The LLM is large language models. Okay, we have, like I told you, we have Perplexity, we have Gemini, what we just used, we have ChatGPT, we have a lot. Okay, there are a lot of them out there. As a matter of fact, you can create your own LLM. Okay, now what you need to create is you need to have access to data. You need to be able to build models, and a model is what you're able to tell it what to do. And I think last year when we were learning about AI, we build models. We build the BERT models. We're able to build it, and we're able to feed it with data. So anyone can build LLM. So DeepSeek, the whole controversial about DeepSeek is that they claim that they're able to build a model with $5 million, and ChatGPT, all these big companies, they've been using billions of dollars to create models. So people were like, oh, so they were just inflating the price. So that was the whole controversies about DeepSeek. And yeah, it's from China. So some of these models you have to, it doesn't criticize the China government. So this is some of these politics. I don't think we want to get into it right now. But what the controversy of DeepSeek was that it was using cheaper, what do you call it? NVIDIA chips. Okay, so when I said the reason why AI is common right now is that we have computing chips that are faster. and NVIDIA is a company that provide most of these high-end chips. So NVIDIA is not able to, give China. There are some restrictions about it, and if they are able to use the cheap version to build DeepSeek, which is we just use DeepSeek right now. Okay, we just use. You saw what DeepSeek was able to produce. Okay, so apparently DeepSeek it was trained on cheaper models and cheaper what do you call it computer chips, but it's also give the same results. So that was the little controversies around these, but some of them are a little bit political, and we don't want to get into it. But if you want, if you can build your LLM yourself. As a matter of fact, I am interested in having Ghanaians build our own LLM. Okay, we need to also start building our own, because the technology is there, the data is there. All we got to do is find people like you who are interested and start building models, and then finding our data centers that will be able to accommodate that. So there's a whole class that we can go over it. So it's a little bit of, so maybe we can take it offline. But yeah, DeepSeek apparently did it for cheaper, and so that was the.
Okay, so
so
you've addressed the political. What I'm trying to say is it as quality and reliable as the others? Just like you.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. That there are some questions that if you ask DeepSeek, it will avoid about China because it comes from China. Okay,
right.
So it all depends. Right. So if Ghana wants to build their own, we can build it and also put in some of these questions or some of these bias. Okay, so there are some bias in every LLM. Okay, every LLM there's a bias. There's bias in Google Gemini. There's bias in ChatGPT, OpenAI ChatGPT. There's bias in Perplexity. There's bias in everywhere. So to be able to counter the bias, you can build your own. It's going to give you the general. If I ask the same question, it'll give you generally what it is. Okay, it's just like any other LLM. It gives you good information, but it depends on where it has a perspective based on China. Okay. So,
all right. Thank you so much for the clarification.
Mm-hmm. Any other question? All right. So
yeah, please. I want further explanation on, does all the AI think the same or the different between them? Because like if it says something on AI page and we went to another AI, like the information they give is similar. So sometimes you can't find the accurate one that you want or something, but some of them go into detail. So I want to know which type of AI is mode.
Okay, so for every different AI, there is so I gave you an example here. For everyone, it depends on what you are trying to do. Okay, so as a developer, for me, I'm a developer. If I want an AI to explain to me in terms of very technical, I choose an AI that lean towards developers. Okay. Let me show you guys something. I'm using Lovable to create, and Lovable is if you guys can see my screen. I'm using Lovable to create a ticketing platform. Okay. Lovable here is more towards the technical side. So I'll be able to see the code. Okay. I'll be able to see the code and make changes. Okay. So that's what Lovable is. Now, if I go to Replit, Replit is not more of a code generator. Okay. It's more of a general person. So it depends on you. You have to try a lot of different ones to see which one works for you. Okay. But if you want to use an LLM like ChatGPT, ChatGPT is the popular one. It's not the best, but it's the popular one. And we have Google Gemini. We also have Perplexity. If I can find Perplexity, we have Leonard AI, which gives you images. We have okay, so Secret Source is also another one. So there are so many different ones. Okay, there's 11 Labs. You can also create all these different. So I wouldn't say there's one that is best. It's you, whatever that you use that is very good for you. That's what you can go ahead and use it. I was gonna use. Let me see. I was gonna show you Perplexity. Perplexity is one of the good ones out there for me personally. That's what I think. So it all depends. Okay, maybe. Okay, so it all depends on the model that you are using. Okay, some of the models are very good. It'll give you good results. It'll give you fast results. Some of the models too, it has been trained on very good data. So you'll find whatever the one that works for you, and you go ahead and use it. Okay. So I can't recommend anything. You have to keep using it. Maybe you can work together and figure out how it works. Okay. So it's all user based. However that you feel, and we can go ahead. Um, so I want us to finish this real quick. Is there any other question? All right. Well, we're going to do a little exercise. Does anyone have do you all have like computer in front of you, like you'll be able okay. So we're gonna do a quick activity, right? So say we want to rewrite all these bad prompts with your own skills, what we have learned so far. Okay. So we want to write about the climate change. Okay, and say explain the three major causes of climate change and effects. Okay. So let's rewrite this with some kind of logic behind it. Okay, we want to write about climate change. Well, you can write about anything. If you know what, you guys give me anything that we want to write right now. I don't want us to follow what I okay. Give me something that you want to write, and the whole team will come up with a very good prompt. Okay, we're just gonna use one. Okay, one something that you want to talk about. Someone just tell me something you want to talk about.
Yeah, we would like to talk about content creating.
Content creating. Okay, so the first thing that comes in your mind when you say content creating, if you let's say you go on. Let me go on Perplexity. Okay, you want to ask Perplexity about content creating. What will be the first question that you come up with? If
Yeah,
you
that
want to write a prompt, what will be the prompt? The first prompt.
yeah, how to start content creating.
Okay, how to start content create creation, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. So this is very general. Okay. When I enter this, it's very general. It says give find your niche, identify your audience. But this is very general. It's not telling me anything. Who can give me a good reform prompt about this? Just sit down. Let's say, just think about the platform you want to use. Think about your niche. So you don't want it to give you all. This is very too simple. It's identify your audience. You want to put all that in the prompt. The platform, your voice. The brand. You want to put all that. So let's think about right now. Okay, this prompt here. We want to add the niche, the audience, the platform, the brand voice, maybe not the brand voice, the tools that are necessary. Plan your content. So we're gonna add all that. But the secret here. Can I tell you the secret? Is everybody ready?
Yes, please.
So now you want a good prompt. Say, I want a good prompt for creating content. Help me write. Help. Okay. Sorry. Let's start it. Act as um a student that is starting social media. Sorry. Social media branding. Okay. I want a good prompt for creating content. Help me write a prompt. Okay. So you see, actually, you know what? Perplexity is a little bit technical, and so let's go to ChatGPT. So see, ChatGPT is telling you, so this is the prompt that you needed to write in the first place. Okay. I am blah blah blah, starting my social media branding journey. My niche is okay, that blah blah blah. I want to engage content ideas that will help me build audience, establish credibility, and drive engagement. Okay, so these are the content that you needed in the first place. You didn't want what you just said. How to start content creation is a bad prompt. Okay, now you've told ChatGPT to give you a good prompt, and look at it. Okay, it's giving you a specific prompt. Okay, the content should include a mixed educational, entertainment, interactive post format, all these things. Okay, now you have the prompt, and now all I got to do is fill in the gap. I'm a student, or in whatever interest you're looking for, and you can go to back to a Perplexity, or let's do DeepSeek. Okay, so I'm a student. Okay, we want to make it a student. And my niche is I don't know, tech. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of all this. Okay, so now we have a good prompt. Okay, my niche is tech. I want to engage in content idea. Okay, now we're gonna hit. Now you have a better prompt right now. So you are using AI to also build your own prompts. See, so this is much better. It's giving you, the post and how you caption it. So this is better than what we saw on how to create content. You guys see the difference? Are you seeing the difference?
Yes, please. Very huge difference.
Okay, so this one gives you more detail. It gives you hashtag. It gives you strategy, engagement strategy. It gives you everything that you need to start your content creation, career. Okay, so if you're able to follow all this, you're gonna be doing good. Okay. So this is the exercise. I want you guys to keep doing these kind of exercise. Uh, so initially, let's. I think we're almost done here. Um, any questions? Okay. So first of all, you need to be thinking. You need to know how to think and problem solve. Okay. You don't just put in any prompt. You have to be very strategic about your prompt. Okay. Know yourself. Know exactly what the end goal, the product. Okay. And when you're done, you can even come back to the same AI and tell them that this is what I want. Give me a good prompt about it. It'll give you a prompt, and you use that prompt to create your own. So there, you have to be very patient and very strategic about what you are trying to do. Okay, you don't just go in and say, ChatGPT, give me this. Okay, you have to be very strategic about it. Okay, so we initially, I was going to, we're going to talk about. There were topics that we were gonna. Okay, all right. Let's start all over again. So we we want to come up with someone tell me a prompt, a good prompt to give us topics on application or give us applications that we can use as a team. Okay, so someone tell me right now. I want to enter a prompt that will give us an application that basic application that we can build as a team. So um, I need some ideas, and we'll close soon. I want you guys to think about, okay, so now that we know how prompting is done, give me a prompt that will give us an idea to build an application as a team. Is anybody there? I'm gonna. That's okay.
Hey,
I want to create an app that creates an image of myself in different types.
Okay, so um, so we're going to use what's your name again? Is that Teresa?
Efia.
Efia. Oh, Efia. Okay, Efia Jewa. Right. We if we want to build on Efia's prompt, she said she want I want an application that creates an image of myself. All right. So what's wrong with this prompt? Can someone tell me how we can make this prompt better? Hello, don't be shy. We've learned a lot. What do we really learn about prompting? Okay.
Okay, can I come in?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I guess it's too open-ended.
Uh-huh. So how can we make the prompt be specific, provide context, step by step in instructions. Okay. So how can we make this prompt better? She said, I want an application that creates an image of myself.
So I think in this she should be specific about what type of image that she wants. Is it want to be a queen, want to be a farmer, or what? I think that is specific about that.
Okay. So the first thing that we want to do here, and we learn it here, that um we want to role base, okay, act as a history professor. So how do we what would you put here? We want to act as a student. Help me. Act as a student in JSS, SHS, in tell me more about it. Act as a student in SHS, right? Okay, then what else? No, you have to also tell her that, okay, I'm a beginner. I'm an advanced person. Okay, I'm starting my business. And I'm starting social media. I don't have any idea. So say act as a student in SHS in Ghana, and help me build an application that creates image of myself. Okay. All right. We need more. We need more information. So if you tell me more about yourself, why do you want to do this? Or somebody help if yeah.
Can I come in?
Yeah, come in.
Okay, so what type of image, as a maybe to create an image of myself as a queen, as a something a bit specific.
Okay. So this image should be cartoon, right? Cartoon image. Okay. So you have to be specific about the image. This image should be cartoon image. Okay. And cartoon of a queen. That's what you said. Right. We want to be a little bit specific. Now, so if you are creating an application, not everybody wants to be a queen. Okay. This is very, very, very niche. It's like you are creating an application for just queens. Okay, so we want people to be able to. We are creating an application for everybody to be used. So think of it that way. Okay, the image should be able to. Okay, um, um, so the image should be able to populate cartoon of myself. Okay. We need more. We're almost done. Now, if you guys don't give me a good prompt, we have to come back again. Because this is a very simple prompt. Okay, you have to feed in more. Feed which platform do you want this application to be focused on? So this is what I'm gonna do. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. All right. So, okay. So now it's gonna. These are the questions that you have to think about. Okay, to give to the developer to create this. Okay, so I'm gonna send this to you guys. You think about it. Okay, Ifya and everybody, think about all these questions. Okay, then come back and let's develop this app. Okay, is that okay?
Yeah, okay.
All right. So Letitia, right? How do I send it to you guys? Is Letitia here? Yeah. I will also send you an AI cheat sheet. Okay, these you can use these to help you your prompting. So Letitia, I'll send 2 documents. Okay, we want to work on a fierce project. So these are the questions that we want to ask ourselves. Okay. If you're what's the name of the project? I'll call it an image application for now. All right. Letitia, Tony. Okay, any questions?
Yes, please.
Yeah, any
So
questions?
I want to find out whether
Uh-huh.
this class will also be uploaded on the YouTube page, just like this Saturday classes.
I don't know.
So that maybe one can go over. Okay, all right. Okay. When I finish, then I'll go and then this thing. We visit the place. Visit YouTube. Thank you.
All right. Any other question? All right. So I'll send you guys 2 documents. One of them is how to prompt. Okay, and some of the recommended tools. I think someone asked me about it. So these are some of the recommended tools for coding, researching, LLM, chatbots, videos, and all that. So you can have all these available, and also the projects that we want to work on, the questions that you want to ask yourself. Okay. Okay, these are all how the application is going to converge into real image, convert my real image into cartoon version. You have to answer these questions, and when we come back, we'll start working on it. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. Well, it was a pleasure talking to you guys. Let me know if you have any question. Aguna team, everybody, you did really well. And Haruna, everyone, Tony, Osu, Ray. All right, Letitia, it's back to you.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you, Ben. So we will continue next week. In 2 weeks' time.
Okay. Someone has a team. Someone has a question.
Okay.
Okay, ours is not actually a question. Just that we lost connection about 30 minutes, so we couldn't get everything right. So we go back to the YouTube and then go through again, so that when we meet the next time, and if there is a question, we will ask. Thank you.
Okay. We'll talk later. Thank you guys. Bye.